Opening of companies. With respect to 2013, Colombia experienced an increase of 2 days and 2 more procedures when creating a company, lowering it from the position where it was in this area.
The modifications incorporated in 2018 gave a 0.5% increase in the cost required to complete all the official procedures. This is why this category decreased in the position.
Regarding the obtaining of electrical energy, although in 2018 there was a slight decrease in time and cost, the country lost 7 positions compared to 2013.
So, the decrease in the position of this category is due to the increase in procedures, even
Obtaining credit. Colombia continues to be seen as a world example of successful reform in this area, maintaining one of the first places in both years.
Colombia lost 3 places in this area, despite the fact that one of its variables, which is distance to the border indicator, did not vary in any of the variables.
Payment of taxes. Although the number of payments and the declaration of income tax and VAT have been reduced, Colombia fell in this area approximately 3 positions compared to 2013.
Since 2016, the 8 indicators considered here didn't register any change, even though Colombia has lots of positions in this regards. It is worth saying that although new customs statutes were developed in 2016, its practical effects have not been taken into account.
Regarding to the fulfillment of contracts, we can say that with respect to Colombia, it is one of the areas that has lagged the most, reaching the bottom of the list for several years.
In this regard, Colombia remained in the 33rd place since 2017, although compared to 2013 there is only a slight decrease in the recovery rate, which measures in cents on the dollar the value recovery in warranties by creditors. To conclude, Colombia has decreased in its general ranking and in the category, but as the graph show, it has increased in its scores. It hasn't grown as much as other countries, and that's why it keeps going.
Now we will talk about the LPI index and the research we did about Colombia and the possible improvements in some categories that it may have in the future. The Logistics Performance Index is a worldwide survey based on the perception of logistics professionals that allows comparison between countries. 6 components are rated on a scale of 1 to 5: customs, infrastructures, logistics competence, timeliness, international shipments, tracking, and tracing.
On the last few years, Colombia has been working on the implementation program of the National Logistics Policy. This is an initiative of the Ministry of Transportation to improve the country's competitiveness by reducing logistics costs and reducing the environmental impact. On the Colombian scorecard, we can see that there is an improvement on their logistics performance. This is due to the increasing overall of the LPI index.
The improvement may be in logistics competence because the Inter-American Development Bank approved a $15 million loan to help reduce logistics costs. The objective is to modernize, simplify, and make more efficient the provision of logistics services to the Colombian export sector, thereby improving the country's competitiveness and achieving an effective internationalization of its economy. Another improvement can be in timeliness because the government is promoting multimodalism, as this can generate more alternatives for the country's connectivity. For example, the policy of reactivation of rail transport in order to promote integration in logistics and intermodal chains in the country. The goal is to use rail, river, air, and cabotage transport to achieve optimal cost reduction and appropriate times.
It's important to understand that the world is passing through a pandemic. And this situation, it's making companies, public and private, working together with the governments for having a solution and reducing their costs. And it's important to understand that Colombia is living this also. And the government is working and taking policies for private and public companies for them to work on the future of the logistics in Colombia.
created using Powtoon.